What I'm about to share with you today is not a coincidence. You're not here listening to me by mere chance. You've attracted this moment yourself because something within you needed it. This is not a random occurrence, it's a clear sign. If you don't take action after hearing the message I'm about to give you, you might regret it when it's already too late.
This is Elevated Vibrations.
What would you do if you knew this moment, this message I'm about to deliver, didn't come to you by accident? What if I told you that what you're about to hear is precisely what you need to change the course of your life? You didn't stumble upon this message by chance. You've drawn it to yourself through a force much greater than you, something far beyond what the logical mind can comprehend. What's happening now is a manifestation of synchronicity, a powerful sign from the universe reminding you that you're exactly where you're meant to be, at the exact moment you need to be there. You might be thinking, this is just a coincidence. How can a simple message have so much power? But the truth is much deeper than you imagine. In the vast web of the universe, everything is interconnected. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every action you take contributes to the creation of your reality. And when you reach a point in your life where you're ready for change, the universe responds. Synchronicities begin to happen. This very moment, right now, is one of those synchronicities. Imagine for a moment that the universe is like an infinite network of energy, where everything is interconnected, from the smallest thoughts to the grandest events. Every time you experience a synchronicity, like finding this message at the perfect moment, it's as if the universe is telling you, this is your path, this is the right direction. Everything is aligned for your growth. What seems like a coincidence is, in reality, a manifestation of cosmic order, a reminder that you're part of something far greater than yourself. But what does this mean for you? If you're watching this now, it's because your energy, your thoughts, and your vibration have brought you here. You might not fully understand it, but something about this moment is resonating with you. Maybe you're searching for answers, feeling lost, or simply sensing that it's time for a change. What's happening is that you've opened a door connecting you to a new possibility of being, thinking, and acting. Synchronicity isn't just an abstract concept. It's something tangible. Every time something in your life seems to align perfectly, almost as if by magic, it's the universe showing you that you're in the right flow. This coincidence isn't an accident. It's the response to your thoughts, desires, doubts, and intentions. Think about the times when something incredibly precise happened in your life. Maybe you met someone at the exact moment you needed them, or an opportunity appeared when everything seemed lost. That, my friend, is synchronicity. It's evidence of a force guiding your life, connecting you with what you need to move forward into the next phase of your evolution. Synchronicity doesn't just occur during big, revelatory moments. It often happens in the smallest instances, the ones we tend to overlook. It could be a thought that crosses your mind at just the right time or a song you hear when you need it most. Everything is designed to guide you toward your purpose, to help you remember your path and mission. And when something resonates deeply within you, you know it's not mere chance. This is one of the universal laws, everything is in constant motion and expansion. When you're aligned with who you truly are, synchronicities begin to occur more frequently. There's no need to struggle or force things anymore. Instead, you align with the frequency of your being, and opportunities and answers start flowing toward you. The universe already knows what you need. By connecting with this energy, you can allow yourself to be in the right place at the right time. Now, here's the key, by being in this moment, you've opened that door. You're beginning to align with a higher flow of energy, and this is just the beginning. You're here not by chance but by invitation. An invitation to connect with a force greater than yourself, to step into a state of awareness where the answers you've been seeking become clear, and opportunities come with ease. This is the manifestation of a universal principle. Everything you need is already available to you, and the fact that you're here, right now, means you're about to receive something deeply transformative. It's easy to think that change has to be dramatic, big, or spectacular. But synchronicities don't always show up that way. Sometimes, they're small moments that make you pause and reflect, like when you look into someone's eyes for the first time and feel like you've known them forever, or when an opportunity crosses your path, and you know it's the right moment to take the next step. These moments, though small, are just as significant as any grand revelation because they're guiding you, showing you the way. Perhaps, right now, you're receiving exactly what you need to take that next step. This message is no coincidence, it's a synchronicity appearing in your life at just the right time. Don't dismiss it as an accident. Recognize it for what it is, an open door, a new possibility, a sign from the universe guiding you toward what is already yours. You are about to change your reality, to transform your path, and the most beautiful part is that this transformation doesn't require effort, just openness and willingness. Have you ever felt that certain events in your life seem to be connected by an invisible thread, as if a greater force were moving the pieces of a board to bring you to a specific point? This moment, what you will learn today, is not a coincidence. It is a synchronicity, a manifestation of your energy connecting with the vast fabric of the universe. But to understand the impact of this phenomenon in your life, you first need to grasp how the dance between your mind, your energy, and the universe works. Imagine that every thought you have is like a seed. When you think about something with enough intensity, that seed starts to germinate. It doesn't do so alone, it needs fertile soil, water, sunlight, and time. Your emotions and your energy are the water and sunlight that nourish those seeds, and the universe acts as the fertile ground in which they can grow. This means that every synchronicity, every coincidence, is actually the blossoming of those seeds you have planted many times without even realizing it. Think about it, how many times have you wished for something, visualized it, and then unexpectedly an opportunity, a person, or a message appears that perfectly aligns with that desire? This is not magic or a trick of chance. It is the universe's natural response to your vibrations. Your thoughts not only affect your mental state, but they also send waves of energy into the universe, creating an echo that eventually returns to you in the form of experiences and opportunities. Synchronicity is how the universe tells you, I'm listening, I'm here. However, these signals are not always obvious. Sometimes they present themselves as challenges or small hints that you can only notice if you are present and connected with yourself. This is where the power of intuition comes into play, that inner voice that guides you toward what you truly need. Imagine you are walking through a dark forest with a flashlight in your hand. The flashlight illuminates only a few steps ahead of you, but that's enough to keep moving forward. Intuition works in the same way, you don't need to see the entire path, you just have to trust that the light you have, the light of God, will guide you to where you need to go. When a synchronicity appears in your life, it's as if that light shines a little more on the path, showing you that you're headed in the right direction. Now I want you to reflect on how many times you have ignored those small signals. Perhaps because they seemed too simple or because you were too distracted with the concerns of everyday life. But those signals are the clearest messages from the universe. When you encounter something that resonates deeply within you, like this message, it is an invitation to pause, listen, and ask yourself, what is the universe telling me right now? From a spiritual perspective, these synchronicities are not just messages, they are also opportunities. Every time you choose to follow a signal, you strengthen your connection with the universe and open new doors for your growth. But how can you know if a signal is really meant for you? The answer lies in how it makes you feel. If something resonates deeply within your being, if you feel an inexplicable peace or an intense emotion, that is your confirmation. It's as if the universe is strumming a chord within you, creating a vibration you cannot ignore. Synchronicity also teaches us an important lesson about timing. Many times we wish for things to happen at a specific moment according to our own expectations. But the universe has its own clock, one that is not based on our anxieties or deadlines but on what is best for our growth. When a synchronicity appears, it's not just a sign that you're on the right path, but also a reminder that the perfect moment is not something you can force, it's something that simply occurs when you are ready to receive it. I want you to imagine a flowing river. No matter how much you try to control its course, the water will always find its way. The universe works in the same manner. You can try to force things, but in the end, the natural flow will always prevail. Synchronicities are like small currents in that river, guiding you to a specific place, even if you cannot see exactly where it will lead you. And here is the most important part: these signals are not just there to guide you, they are also there to remind you who you are. When you begin to pay attention to synchronicities, you start to realize that you are not a victim of circumstances but an active creator of your reality. Every thought, every emotion, every action you take contributes to the fabric of your life. Synchronicities are proof that you have the power to shape your reality in ways you may have never imagined. But this power comes with responsibility. Synchronicities are not just a cosmic game, they are a call to action. When the universe sends you a signal, it's not enough to notice it. You must act upon it, take that step that brings you closer to what you truly desire. Because in the end, synchronicity is not just about what the universe can do for you, but about how you choose to respond to what it offers. So here is my question for you: are you ready to listen to the signals the universe is sending you? Are you willing to act on them, even if you don't completely understand where they will lead you? Because this moment, this message, is not just a coincidence. It is an invitation. An invitation to trust, to let go of control, and to allow the natural flow of life to take you exactly where you need to be. Synchronicities are like margin notes written by an invisible hand, guiding you to the next chapter. But those notes make no sense if you don't choose to read them, if you don't decide to act upon them. To think that these signals are merely coincidences is like ignoring the most important notes in the book of your life. From an energetic perspective, synchronicities occur because your thoughts, emotions, and vibrations are aligning with a specific frequency. It's as if you are tuning into a radio station. When you are aligned with what you truly desire, you begin to receive signals that confirm you are on the right frequency. But here's an important question: are you aligned with what you really want, or are you vibrating in the frequency of fear, doubt, or confusion? I want you to reflect on this. What energy are you projecting to the universe at this moment? Because the law of attraction not only responds to your conscious desires, it also responds to all your vibrations, even those you don't fully recognize. If you are vibrating in the frequency of fear, you will attract experiences that reinforce that fear. If you are vibrating in the frequency of love and trust, you will attract experiences that reflect that state of being. Synchronicities are the way the universe shows you what frequency you are vibrating at. Imagine you are walking along a path filled with signs. Some are clear and direct, like an arrow pointing straight ahead, while others are more subtle, like a glimmer on the horizon or a breeze guiding you to one side. Synchronicities are those signs, but they aren't always obvious. Sometimes they require you to be attentive, to trust your intuition, and to follow that internal feeling that tells you something is important, even if you can't explain it. The power of synchronicity also lies in its ability to connect different aspects of your life. Perhaps you find a sign in an unexpected place and then another in a completely different context, but both seem to be speaking to the same theme. This is not mere coincidence, it's how the universe shows you that everything is connected, that every piece of your life is part of a larger whole. Imagine your life is like a puzzle. Every experience, every encounter, every thought is a piece of that puzzle. Synchronicities are the pieces that seem to fit perfectly, revealing a clearer part of the complete picture. But here's the key: you can't force the pieces to fit, you can only allow each piece to arrive at the right moment, trusting that the complete picture will be revealed when you are ready. From a spiritual perspective, synchronicities are not just external signs, they are also internal reminders of your power. Every time you experience a synchronicity, it is an opportunity to reconnect with your intuition, with that inner voice that always knows what the next step is. But to hear that voice, you need to create space in your life. You need to release the noise and distraction that often block your connection to the divine. I want you to think about this: how can you create more space for synchronicities in your life? Because these signals that help us understand the world do not always arrive in moments of calm, they often come amid chaos, when you least expect them. But if you are too busy or distracted, it's easy to overlook those signs, ignore them, or, worse, dismiss them as insignificant coincidences. Imagine you are gazing at a sky full of stars. Some stars shine brighter than others, but all are part of the same sky. Synchronicities are like those stars, some are so bright that you cannot ignore them, while others require you to pay closer attention to notice them. But all are there, showing you the way and reminding you that you are not alone. The profound meaning of synchronicity is also connected to the idea of trust. Each time you choose to follow a sign, you strengthen your trust in the universe and, more importantly, in yourself. But that trust is not blind, it is a trust based on experience, on the recognition that the universe is always guiding you toward what you need, even if it is not always what you expected. I want you to reflect on something else. How do you choose to respond to the signs that have already appeared in your life? Because synchronicities are not just for observation, they are for living. Each time you choose to ignore a sign, you are closing a door that could have led you to something extraordinary. But each time you choose to act on a sign, you are opening a door to a new level of awareness, possibility, and transformation. Lastly, I want you to remember this: synchronicities are not just external signs, they are a reflection of your own power. Each time you experience a synchronicity, it is a confirmation that you are aligned with the flow of the universe, that you are exactly where you need to be. But that power is not something the universe gives you, it is something that is already within you. Synchronicities simply help you remember it. Every synchronicity that appears in your life is a key piece of the puzzle representing your evolution. However, I want you to understand something important. It is not enough to notice these signs, you must integrate them, understand what they are telling you and how you can use them to move forward. This moment, like every synchronicity, has a purpose. You are not here by accident, this is not just information, it is a tool for transformation. Think of it this way: when the universe sends you a signal, it does not do so to please you or simply surprise you. It does so to guide you, to push you toward a new perspective, a new way of being. Synchronicities are like little reminders that everything in your life has a purpose, even the parts you do not fully understand. But to grasp the true message of these signals, you need a deeper level of presence and awareness. Imagine you are walking along a path and find an arrow on the ground. The arrow points in one direction but does not tell you what lies at the end of the road. That is the nature of synchronicities, they do not provide all the answers, they offer direction. But the rest of the journey depends on you, on your willingness to trust, to keep walking, and to explore the unknown. I want you to reflect: how many times have you ignored the universe's signs because you were waiting for absolute certainty? But here's the truth: certainty never comes at the beginning, it only arrives when you decide to take the first step. Synchronicities are not guarantees, they are invitations, and the only way to discover their true meaning is by acting upon them. From an energetic perspective, synchronicities are a reflection of your alignment with the universal flow. Every time you experience a synchronicity, it is a confirmation that you are vibrating at a frequency that is in harmony with what you desire. But here's the key: that alignment is not something that happens by accident, it is the result of your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. It is the result of your willingness to let go of what no longer serves you and open yourself to what the universe has to offer. Imagine that your energy is like a river. When the river flows freely, things come to you easily: opportunities, answers, and the right people. But when the river is blocked by resistance, fear, or doubt, that flow is interrupted. Synchronicities are like small currents in that river, reminding you that the flow is available to you, but it depends on you to allow it to happen. The power of synchronicities also lies in their ability to awaken you to a new way of thinking. Many times, we are so caught up in our routines and worries that we cannot see the opportunities that are right in front of us. Synchronicities are like little alarms ringing in your life, telling you, wake up. There's something here for you. But to hear that alarm, you need to be willing to let go of haste, noise, and distraction. I want you to reflect on this. What distractions are you allowing in your life that prevent you from seeing the signs the universe is sending you? Because those signs are not always grand or dramatic, often, they are subtle, like a conversation, a number, or a song. But if you are too busy or disconnected, you might overlook them. Imagine that you are watching a movie, but you are so distracted by your phone that you miss the key scenes. Synchronicities are like those scenes, they are the moments that give meaning to the story, but only if you choose to pay attention. And when you do, something magical happens. You start to see patterns and notice connections that you hadn't seen before. It's as if the universe is revealing a bigger plan, one that has always been there but that you are now ready to see. From a spiritual perspective, synchronicities are not only external signs, they are also reflections of your internal state. Every time you experience a synchronicity, it's an opportunity to ask yourself, what is happening inside me that is creating this external experience? Because the universe doesn't send you signs at random, it sends you signs that resonate with your energy, with what you are projecting to the world. I want you to reflect on something else. How are you responding to the signs that have already appeared in your life? Because every time you choose to ignore a sign, you are closing a door that could have led you to something extraordinary. But every time you choose to act on a sign, you are opening a door to a new level of consciousness, possibility, and transformation. Imagine that you are at a crossroads. Each path represents a possibility, a direction you can take. Synchronicities are like signs along those paths, giving you hints about which might be the best direction. But here's what's important, the signs don't walk for you, only you can decide which path to take. The deeper meaning of synchronicities is also related to the idea of empowerment. Every time you choose to follow a sign, you are strengthening your confidence in yourself, in your intuition, and in your ability to create your own reality. But that confidence is not something that simply appears, it's something you build step by step, sign by sign. Lastly, I want you to remember this, synchronicities are not isolated events, they are part of an ongoing conversation with the universe. Every time you choose to listen, every time you choose to act, you are deepening that conversation, strengthening that connection. And when you do, you begin to experience something extraordinary, a life where signs are not rare but constant, a life where everything seems to align because everything is in alignment with you. When you start paying attention to the synchronicities in your life, something profound changes within you. You stop seeing the world as a chaotic and uncertain place and begin to see it as a perfectly designed system, where every piece has a purpose and where you are not just an observer but an active participant. You are here not just for a message, it's a reminder that you are connected to something much greater, an infinite web of energy that constantly works in your favor. I want you to reflect on this. How many times in your life have you ignored a feeling, a sign, only to realize later that it was exactly what you needed? The truth is that synchronicities don't stop happening, it's often us who stop noticing them. But now, here's an opportunity. This moment is not just for observation, it's for deciding, for acting, for transforming. Imagine you are standing in front of a tranquil lake. Every decision, every thought, every action you take is like throwing a stone into the water. The ripples that form not only affect the center but travel outward, touching every corner of the lake. Synchronicities are those ripples returning to you, showing you the impact of your choices, reminding you that everything in your life is connected. From an energetic perspective, every time you experience a synchronicity, you are receiving confirmation that you are aligned with the flow of the universe. But here's the key, that alignment doesn't happen by accident, it's the result of your willingness to let go of what no longer serves you, to trust the unknown, and to open yourself up to what is to come. Synchronicity is not an isolated event, it's a constant conversation between you, me, and the universe. I want you to think about this, every time you follow a sign, you are strengthening your confidence in yourself and in the process of life. But every time you choose to ignore a sign, you are closing a door that could have led you to something extraordinary. Synchronicities are not guarantees, they are opportunities, and only you can decide whether to seize them or let them slip by. Imagine you are navigating a vast ocean, the wind and currents represent the forces of the universe guiding you toward a destination. But you are the captain of your ship. You have to adjust the sails, make decisions, and trust that even when you can't see the horizon, you are being guided to where you need to be. Synchronicities are like stars in the sky, showing you the way, even in darkness. The power of synchronicity also lies in its ability to remind you of your connection to everything around you. Every time you experience a synchronicity, it's an opportunity to remember that you are not separate from the universe, you are an extension of it. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions are like threads woven into the tapestry of your reality, and when you pay attention to the signs, you start to see the larger design taking shape. I want you to reflect on something else. What design are you creating at this moment? Because every thought you have, every choice you make, contributes to that design. Synchronicities are not just external signs, they are reflections of what you are creating within. If you are experiencing signs of expansion and connection, it's because you are in a state of openness and receptivity. But if the signs seem confusing or absent, perhaps it's time to look inward and ask yourself, what energy am I emitting into the world? From a spiritual perspective, synchronicities are also reminders that you are not alone on this journey. Often, we feel disconnected, as if our experiences are unique and isolated. But every synchronicity is proof that you are being held, guided, and supported by forces larger than you can imagine. It's as if the universe is saying to you, I'm here, I'm with you, you are not alone. Imagine you are in a forest and hear an echo in the distance. You can't see where it's coming from, but you know you are not alone. Synchronicities are like that echo, reminding you that you are connected to something much bigger than yourself. But to hear that echo, you need to stop, pay attention, and trust that even when you can't see the complete path, you are being guided to where you need to be. The deeper meaning of synchronicities is also related to the idea of transformation. Every time you choose to follow a sign, you are choosing to grow, change, and evolve. But growth is not always comfortable. Often, the signs lead us to unknown places and challenge us to let go of the familiar and trust in the new. This message, this experience, is an invitation to that kind of transformation. I want you to reflect on something else. What are you willing to let go of right now to open yourself to what the universe has for you? Because change doesn't happen in a vacuum, it occurs when you decide to release what no longer serves you to make space for what is to come. Synchronicities are not just signs of what's ahead, they are also reminders of what you need to leave behind. Imagine you are holding a rope. On one end is everything you know, everything that feels familiar, and on the other end is the unknown, what you could be, what you could have. Synchronicities are like little tugs on that rope, inviting you to move forward, to let go of the end that holds you back, and to trust that by doing so, you are moving towards something much greater. Finally, I want you to remember something crucial. This moment is not an accident, it's not just a coincidence that you are here. It's an opportunity, an invitation, a reminder that you have the power to change your reality at any moment simply by choosing to pay attention to the signs, trusting the process, and acting with intention. The universe is always speaking to you. The question is, are you listening?